Hey, welcome to your tutorial for the Paprika Recipes app. I have had this app probably almost 10 years. I don't even know how long I've had it. But as you can see up here, I have 998 recipes. 2 recipes to go, and I'll have 1,000. And as you populate your recipes, you will learn a lot about this app and how it works. But I just want to start off by showing you that it's in alphabetical order and you can find it by different ways. So if you clicked on name here, I could go by name, but I could also go by ingredients, and then I might want to do a search for, let's just say, sunflower seeds. And then it would show me anything that had sunflower seeds in it. Maybe I got a big bag and I want to use some up. So that's a way to do that. It says there's 81 recipes with sunflower seeds. Let's see what else we could search for. We could search for something random like pineapple. Nope, no recipes with pineapple. How about tomatoes? 77. So if you have a garden and your tomatoes start to come in, you can just search under tomatoes. So then I would want to go back to by searching by name and ingredients and just go to name and then cancel search at this point. That's just so I don't, later when I'm looking, it doesn't get confusing. Okay, so now I'm going to add a recipe in, and today we're just going to add in tomatoes, sliced tomatoes. And we're going to rate this high stars because tomatoes are always good. It's going to serve 4. We're going to well, first let's just go ahead and then if you're like writing the recipe, you can put your name in for your source. And then we're going to say 4 ripe, let's see, beefsteak tomatoes, or we could say heirloom tomatoes or heirloom variety. And then we're going to say for directions, wash and slice the tomatoes into thick slices. Drizzle with olive oil. A sprinkle of salt and some, let's see, chiffonade. Let's see if I can spell that right. Chiffonade basil. And then I'm going to see if I can get that to spell right. It doesn't know what I'm looking for. So anyway, then down here I would write sprinkle of salt and basil. Let's just say like 4 basil leaves. So you get the idea here. And then I want to categorize it. So let's see, right now it's uncategorized, so I'm going to add a category which would be called tomatoes. And then I'm going to add it to that category. But I can also add it to, let's see, what would I add it to? Maybe sides. So go to my sides and just click that. And then hit the back button. And you could also add a picture at this point. If you want to add a picture, you just hit the plus button there. You go to your photos. And I don't have a photo of a tomato right now, so I'm just going to add in something simple like that has some tomato sauce on it. And then we'll save that. And that's it. Now I have 999 recipes. So that's how you add recipes. As you can see, I have a lot of different categories here. So that'll be something that when you create your categories, it'll be depending on what you like to, like how you think you would look it up. Like, so for me, an example is elixirs. These are a lot of things I use in retreats. So I have a section called elixirs. I also have beverages, which has even more stuff. So that kind of gives you an idea of how that works. Appetizers have a bunch of stuff populated in there. This helps if I'm like catering a retreat and I'm like, what do I have in my breakfast category? Just to give myself ideas. There's some tofu scrambled eggs. The next thing I want to show you how to do, how to populate, is to go to the browser. So let's see, it's a new recipe and I've never made it before and I need to know how to make let's see, scalloped potatoes. I know I don't have that in my recipes. Okay, and then I'm gonna, maybe I want it to be vegan for those vegans in the world. So let's do that. Vegan scalloped potatoes. What I usually do is I look for the best ratings. That has 39 people said it was 5 stars, but 148 said it's 4.9. So I'm going to go with the top one. Click on that. And then down here at the bottom, you just click on download. And it'll just populate it right into your recipe. And it'll also include the photo. Since it got 4.9 stars, I'm just going to give it the 5 stars. Sometimes you might want to wait to see if it feels like 5 pounds or 5 stars to you. But then all you would do is categorize it. And I would categorize that under potatoes, LMNOP, which, yep, I do have that. And I could also put it under breakfast and sides. And I'm not going to take too long with all of this because I want to get through this tutorial and just have you get the general idea. And then I'd hit save, and then that's done. And then you can continue to do that. Just hit your back button up here and you can browse for anything you want. Strawberry recipes. Let's just say I have a lot of strawberries, healthy. So then it would just give me a bunch of different things I could do with strawberries. Healthy dessert with oats and strawberries in 5 minutes, no baking. So that looks like that's a video, but it could still probably download it. No, oh yeah, it's downloading. Let's see what happens when we download a video. No. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to go to a video. You want to go to something that actually has some recipes. So we're going to download again. And then I'm just going to quickly save it this time. I can categorize it later. Categorizing is great. What I found that if I never categorized, I had so many uncategorized recipes up here. And I think, let's see where my categories are. Right here, all recipes, uncategorized. See, I still have a lot of things that I've never categorized. But that's something you can go in and categorize it whenever you want. Browser we learned. Groceries, I'm going to teach you in a minute. And pantry, I'm going to teach you. I cleared these so I can show you how it works. Okay, so the most important thing that you need to know for catering is menus. So I want to show you my menu that I populated for a retreat I'm doing in July. And I went in, so you're going to get this exact catering menu. It's a 5-day catering menu. And I went in, and so like, I'll just show you how this works. I'm going to just do this as a standard menu right here. This is one's already populated, as you can see. And I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'm just going to show you how to do it. So it's a 5-day menu, and then I have the description. This is the standard 5-day menu. So then I would go up here to the plus, and I would add a recipe. The first thing you're going to see is it says, so I'm going to start with breakfast on day 1. Now, most retreats, I do snacks and dinner on day 1. So I'm not going to do breakfast. I'm going to choose a recipe. I know that usually when people arrive, I do elixirs. So I'm just going to add in all the elixirs for the retreat for day 1, because that way I can populate my recipes list and it'll give me all the ingredients I need for all the elixirs, which are in that file right there. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is go to dinner. Oh, actually, let's do one more. Yeah, we're on dinner. So I know I do the enchiladas for day 1. So I'm going to add that in. And then make sure it says dinner day 1, and I'm going to save that, and then it'll populate right there. I could add another snack in because I forgot that I need to do like a hummus. And you could either make your own hummus. I like the zucchini hummus, which is a bean-free one. It's really flavorful. Make sure you pick the right category and save it. So that snack should be up here. I want the dinner at the bottom. And then, whatever else I'm going to do for dinner. I'm going to do some refried beans that I make myself, pinto refried beans, so that'll go in. Save that. I'm going to do some rice. That's going to be dinner. I'm going to choose rice. And I like to do, it's called the perfect, oh, there's a turmeric rice. That's nice for Mexican. So I'll save that. And then let's add the dessert in on the first night, which is always a cheesecake. But you could, of course, mix that up. Now, I don't have a dessert section in here. They just didn't give me one. I haven't learned how to change the title of that, so we're just going to call it none. And that's going to be cheesecake. And my cheesecakes are vegan. So I'm going to choose, I think I have a strawberry one. Cafe, from when I had my cafe, it's called my cafe strawberry cheesecake. Or cherry, depending on what's in season. Now I can move these around so that I'm not confused. And then I could add in also, like what I do for the first day is, and I serve them throughout the week, but I make my own crackers. And that's my cafe lemon herb from when I had my cafe. So I know I can add all that to the shopping list. And the reason I'm adding this in is because it makes it easier to do the shopping list. And then you just go down to the next day and you continue to populate. The biggest thing you need to remember to do is pick the right day. But let me show you if you pick the wrong day and okay, so breakfast, but oops, it's day 1, but it should be day 2, but I forgot. So let me just say I'm going to do some tofu egg scramble, which I always have vegan options, so that should be in there saved. And then I go, oh no, that's supposed to be on day 2. All I do is just drag it down to day 2. Should drag. There you go. So you don't have to worry if you put it in the wrong section. Even later, you could just populate everything. And then the biggest thing, though, is you want to choose the right category. But if I forgot and I did it wrong, I would just hit my control button, do that, and I can delete it or edit it or choose a different day. So it's pretty forgiving. Let's see. So then now I'll just continue to do that. So you kind of get the idea on that. But I want to go back up to Jana and Ruby's retreat because that's already all populated with all the recipes. And I want to show you how we do this. We just go up here to grocery list. We add all items. The reason I add everything is because I can go in and uncheck what I don't need. And I'm going to add that to my grocery list. I could actually add it to my May 1st retreat shopping because I should start ordering things for the summer. I do have a May 2nd retreat I'm doing, but I haven't populated that because we're still working on the menu. It was a last minute thing. So I'm going to add it to May 1st because then I can go in there and start shopping and ordering things online and whatnot. So let's go now. So now that we learned menus, I want to take you to meals. So I know that retreat is for Jana and Ruby is, the date is, I think I put it in here. Let's see what it says. I'm pretty sure it's July 16th. I didn't put it, but I would recommend putting it here. If you're doing the description, edit the description. So I need to put the number of people in, which I think they have 12. But I would probably wait till the end to finalize that. And then I could put dates. Oh yeah, there it is at the top. But I'm going to put it down here so I can see it. July 16th through 20th. 2026, but I don't think you need the year. Save that. And then I'm going to go back up to meals and I'm going to find July by going to months. April, May, June, July. And I'm going to go down to the what did I say? The 16th. 16th. And I'm going to go to the week. That'll be a little easier. So April, May, June, July didn't catch up with me. I don't know why. It's okay. July 16th. Oh, that's June. Forgive me. It's taking me a second here. Okay, 16th. I know it's starting on a Thursday, so I'm going to add a menu right there. So all I do is choose my menu, which I know is the Jana and Ruby retreat, and save. Look what it does. It populates everything for me. So then when I'm going to my calendar for that month, I'm like, okay, I can just look at it. I can do this while I'm on my phone in the kitchen and go, okay, what's today's menu? I usually have my menu also in my phone and I print it out for my assistant. But if your assistant should definitely have the same Paprika app, and you can share things with him or her as well, so they can see the same things. now I want to show you, so we know menus, we know groceries. So now that we're we're going to our grocery list, I can go through and then just check the things that I know I already have. I'm not going to go through this whole list, but I'll just check the things like agar paste, agar powder, things I know I have, baking powder, cacao powder, carob powder, chia seeds. I have all those things right now, at least. I have coconut sugar, I have coconut flour, and it'll list things more than once, which is kind of silly, but you can probably merge those. It tells you what recipe they're in. And I know I just bought some gluten-free flour. So that's just an example. I'm not going to go through everything. Now I'm going to go to my pantry. Oops, I'm going to go to the groceries. And then I'm going to, so that you can filter it by what you need to buy. And now that I click those, it shows me, oh, you've already bought those. Even though I didn't buy them, I already had them, but same thing. And then I can move all these items to the pantry. Move purchase items to the pantry, right? Move. So now I go to my pantry and it shows me what I already have. So that way when I'm at the store, I can say, oh, yep, I bought those on April 22nd, 2026. So this is going to help you a lot. This app, really use it to your whatever benefit. Okay, so now recipes that I want to pin. Usually these are something I'm going to make this week, or it's just something I use a lot. And I know, like, one of my clients, I have a private client, he loves butternut squash soup. Oops, I want to go to all. Remember, if you can't find something, remember to go to the right category. I don't look under categories. Usually I just go to all recipes if I know the name of my recipe. So for butternut comes up, I've got my butternut mushroom rosemary bisque. So I'm going to click on that, and then I want to pin it. So I clicked on those 3 dots, and I want to pin it. So then that way, whenever I open my app, so I can go back, I'm under all recipes, click off of the butternut so you can see everything. But there's my pinned recipe. Okay, and maybe maybe I want to make the African Moroccan stew, and I make that a lot, or I just want to pin it for this week because I know I'm going to be making all these things. So these are just for him what I'm making. I can pin those all, and then you can unpin them just by clicking this X at any time. The timer I don't really use. That's just if you want to use it instead of your iPhone timer. So that's basically an overview of how you use this app. You'll be getting a lot of these recipes. Oh, the other one is copy and paste. So, like, let's open the, let's see, let's go to search and get the recipe packet that I already gave you guys, which is the, go to search, sample, oh, there's my sample menu. Let me see, I don't want the menu, I want to search for they're called Elena's favorites. Favorite. And Elena's kitchen book. That's not it, but for some reason, that one doesn't pull up. Maybe I'll just put in the word favorite. Favorite. Favorite retreat recipes. So click on that. So this is the PDF you guys already have, right? So we will just go to the first recipe, and you can start copying and pasting these into your app. So for this one, the Blue Rose Elixir, I'm just going to copy it using my shortcuts. It got the bottom one, but I'm not going to worry about it. Actually, what I can do if you want, let's make this easy on you guys, just highlight all the elixirs. And you can put that, I'm going to show you how to do this really easy with your PDF I gave you. So you're going to copy that, you're going to go into your app, your Paprika app, which is here, and then we're going to add retreat elixirs, and you can all caps this. That way you can find it a little easier. Add all the ingredients there, and then you can go in and take, if you want, like highlight the directions and move them over. You don't have to. You could say blue rose. I know I spelled that wrong, so we won't spend too much time fixing things. And then you could do that with all of those, and then you could put it under retreat menus, which I created as a category. Retreat menus, and then I could save. And then that way I know it's in there. And then you could just do that the same. You could just go to the breakfast and then just, oops, I don't really need to put the word breakfast in there, but you could highlight all my breakfast recipes and then go in, oops, make sure you get it all. Go into your app. We're going to start a new recipe. We're going to call it Retreat Breakfast. Items. And then we put all those in. And then, so that way that's faster if you want to do that. And then I would just put the directions over on the other side. Or just leave it all there. It doesn't really matter. It's just up to you what you want to do. And then we categorize that under retreat. PQR. Retreat menus. Save. And then when I go to my retreat menu, so you do that with every category. And then if I go to that category, retreat menus down here, I've got in retreat elixirs and retreat breakfast items right at the bottom. So then I would click on that and there's everything. So that's just a shortcut for you. And then you can spend time cleaning that up, making it look nice. And then another way, there's a video that I put in your in the portal. Another lady described how to take a piece of paper and put that into writing, so you don't have to write it. And she used AI, so I think she used ChatGPT. Took a picture just with her phone of her, book that had all her written recipes, and then said to ChatGPT, I'm using the Paprika Recipes app. Please turn this into a typed recipe for my app. And then all you have to do is copy and paste it in. So you can even do grandma's old handwritten cookie recipe without having to retype it. So these are a lot of time-saving tips. So I hope that helped. And if there's anything that you learn by doing this, we'll share it in the comments, and we'll just keep learning more and more together. But I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you soon.